Yo, what's going on, y'all?
I'm very excited to interview you. I
Finally,
was
yeah.
I was just listening to the samples you sent us.
Okay.
So yeah, I was listening to You Never Did That, and I think you sampled Kate Bush. I was like, dude,
I don't.
this sounds
I ain't
so
gonna lie.
good.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what it was exactly. Me and my cousin them found that beat on YouTube, so we just kind of did that. It was something on some like a Detroit style flow or something like that.
Just the two of you, like no one
Not,
else
no, it was
helped you
three of
record
us
it.
on the never. You never did. There was three of us on there. I was just the last person on that verse.
Mm. That's
Yeah.
still cool. Like only takes three people to make something that creative.
Yeah, and we was flowing off each other actually, because all of us got a good chemistry like outside of music. So it's like we always be together and everything like that, talking on the phone and everything. So yeah.
It's nice that you can make it with your family.
Oh yeah, for
Did,
sure.
did you do that with Gone By too? I think it was like
Gone
almost
by six.
yeah, like a lover boy song. It
So all
was
that. So I think from the ones I sent, I should have had my tablet with me, but my tablet in the front. But it's all good. Uh, with Gone by Six, that was something I did slight. I was just doing something with that. And the only reason why I was really even doing anything with that is because of the simple fact I just wanted something new to do. As far as music go, I was kind of tired of the drill and back and forth for the same thing.
you wanted something calm. Like you
Uh,
said, lover boy. I think someone said lover boy in that track.
yeah, I did. That was all me. Everything that was done on those songs was all me. So like, the You Never Did That. That was me and my two cousins. If I'm not mistaken, I did send you one of the songs I did with my homie Devo. We got a bunch of music out like unreleased, everything that's on YouTube already. Video wise, I really gotta go redo my DistroKid and
Hmm.
put all my other music back on there because I took a break from music for a while cause to focus on life and focus on school. So
That's smart, honestly. You didn't let
yeah,
yourself get overwhelmed.
it
Well,
wasn't. I got overwhelmed with it. I got overwhelmed, but I tried to be on top of everything. But the cost of living it and the cost of trying to pursue my dreams just wasn't adding up for me. So it's like I had to fall back for a little minute and figure something out.
and bounce back
Yeah,
strong.
yeah.
Mm, I
So
see, I
like,
see.
yeah, I actually got a little opportunity. That's kind of really why I'm back to trying to go back to the studio making music and get back out there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's
And
good.
and revive some of my old work.
Hmm. I'm
Yeah.
very excited to see what you make next. And for those listening, if you have a question throughout the entire stream that you want to ask him, by all means, drop it. And like for instance, when does the next song drop? That's the first question that just came up. Wiki froze for a sec. I think someone said that you want to rap for Ambitious Entertainment. You absolutely should send us a DM and see what happens next. See here. Oh, my background is gone. There we go.
But y'all hear me?
Are you
Okay.
back? All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Let me see.
Yeah, so someone's asking, when does your next song drop?
Um, I don't know yet. Actually, we working on something for the summer right now. Though. We working on something for the summer to have something going for the summer. Cause like I said, I got an opportunity to do something as far as music go, and actually with some of my people, my right hand mans, and some of the guys, we doing this little club party promoting thing. So we gonna have some people come out for artist nights there and everything like that too. So I'm trying to get my hands back into everything and doing something that I actually love to do and being around people. So
Mhm.
that was one of the reasons why I took the opportunity to do it. And then with me hosting the open artist nights, I can get out there and do my own thing as well as everybody I know and other people that's trying to get out there too. So
Mhm.
yeah.
That's nice that you already have a community. And I just want to say I'm really excited to interview today. And for all those watching, again, follow him at Faso underscore gang 5 on Instagram to check out
Y'all
more
could
of his
definitely
content.
And if
Mm-hmm.
y'all want to follow me on Facebook as well, my name Fast McLovin. Uh, it's with a V, not a A.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're gonna get started with this ambitious amplified session.
Let's do it.
I'm Christina Puzin. I'm gonna be talking to you today. Think of it as a conversation, nothing too
Okay.
formal, just me and you getting to know you,
Oh yeah, for
basically.
sure. I got you.
So, what part of music feels the most natural to you in terms of the production process?
Writing lyrics, probably. And the only reason why I say that probably feels the most natural because I kind of got away with words. I've been in a lot of different settings, so I use a lot of different things that I know to try to break down some of my music and some of my patterns when I say certain things. And not only that, I used to write poetry as a kid growing up too, so that was something that made me really gravitate towards the music for real.
And what part of it still feels forced or challenging?
Uh, some of the things that feel forced or challenging when it comes to the music is probably being in the studio sometimes, because sometimes I'll be like, I already got it down packed as far as like the flow and everything go, but placing some of them words sometimes you gotta go back and clean it up, take some words out, add some words, try to catch your breath, redo a phrase and anything, So
Like ad-libbing, that kind of thing?
ad libbing easy. It's really about what you want to place in your music as far as ad libs, because it all depends on like uh I got one song I did me and my homie, and it's like in the background and the intro is like with my ad libs, I was on some playful shit, just like, playing around with it. Like,
Hmm.
so it was it was pretty decent, pretty easy, but ad libs is it all depends on how you wanna put a play on your music for your ad libs, because everybody ad libs is different, You got like Rick Ross, he got his iconic that shit, so
Like,
it's like it all depends on what you want to do and play with the ad libs.
like it has to have purpose, right? Or intention.
Uh,
Not just, or it doesn't
it
matter,
depends.
just
No, no,
purpose.
no. It depends on the song. So if depending on what song you got, it really that determines the placement of your ad lib. I would say it kind of depends on the substance of the song.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It's good that you say you're most confident with lyrics, because when I was listening to Whopper, I think Whopper,
yeah, Whopper. Yeah,
you have, yeah, yeah, you have a line in there. It's like, don't get up in my lane, quickest way to go missing, something like that.
I forgot that we did that song so long ago. I just never put it out because at the time the timing wasn't right for what we was already promoting.
Hmm.
So, because that's more of a party summer song. So, and that's like one of the songs that I'm trying to bring out for the summer too. So,
Nice. I like
yeah,
that you're not rushing things. Like you're just waiting for the right moment and knowing it'll work out.
yeah, but at some point I felt like I should have rushed a couple of things because I had my little wave going and I should have just went on and stuck with it. But like I say, timing wasn't right for me.
Hmm. That's all
Yeah.
right. Do you feel like you found your sound yet, or are you still experimenting?
Nah, I know my sound. I know my sound. It all depends. For me, it all depends on the producer. Um, it's only really one producer I go to in the city. That's Tone Beats. They got 1002 Studios. They
Hmm.
like, and when I say Tone, he been mixing and mastering and producing me for a couple of years now. Yeah, that's one of the guys. I got another guy too, Chalo. I ain't been to him in a minute, but he know my sound too. So it's only like two producers in the city that know my sound. My cousin was doing producing as well at one point when I first started this rapping thing, but that kind of faded with him. He didn't went to the army and everything, so things happen, life happens, So
Hmm. How did you meet your producer? Like, were you
uh,
friends first? Was it from a family
Facebook,
member? Like
Facebook,
Facebook? Oh.
Facebook. Couple of guys I seen rapping and everything when I was starting it off and just going to the studio. I had another home studio too years ago when I first started over there on Chicago Avenue in the old chocolate factory, but uh, that kind of came to an end. They switched management, all type of shit. So it was like, yeah. I
Mm.
wasn't I wasn't in there as much as I used to be. I done went in I done been in the what's that right there off Ashland and Lake? That's a studio building right there. It's like backside of the lake, like 2 blocks off the lake, right off Ashland, I think.
I don't know. I'd have to go
Uh,
check it out.
it's I think it's something the garage, something music
Hmm.
garage. Yeah, that. So yeah,
That's where you'd go.
yeah, that was when I was first starting off. I was going there and
Mm.
anything too.
And how would you describe your sound to people just listening?
That's kind of that's tough. That's a tough question. I would say me describing my sound, hood poet maybe. I don't know.
Hood
I don't know
poet.
how.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to. Yeah, because I don't know how to really say my sound or how my sounds it should supposed to sound anything like that. I really go with the flow of the music. Because like a lot of different beats I rap on, there's a lot of different artists that I listen to. Meek Mill, Herb, G Herbo, Kodak Black. Because that song that you mentioned, Whopper, that was actually a Whopper with the Chopper and Spin the Beans beat. They from Florida. So it's
Hmm.
like I listen to a lot of different artists. You feel me? So it's like Um, I done did the Alicia Keys beat, the You Don't Know My Name. I did the Tiana Taylor. I'm trying to remember that song.
How do you know what to
I,
sample? Like, are you
I be
inspired by it immediately, or it's like over time it grows in your head?
I go with the flow. I go with the flow. It really depends on what mood I'm in. If I want to go drill music, turn up music, some subtle R&B. We can even do like a Drake melody type beat, anything like that. Because like I said, it all depends on the mood I'm in. And like with me with my brainstorming, that comes from me smoking a lot too. So it's like my mind runs rapid
Hmm.
and I can do so much on the beat. That's like I got a couple different songs that I done wrote 5 or 6 different times.
Hmm.
You know, I got an old song. I did Benny Siegel, Feel It in the Air too. I did that. I never released it though, because that was more so on the sentimental side for me. I dedicated that to my father and my mother. That's why I really didn't release it. But I
Hmm.
do plan on releasing it soon, like just one of those in the vault songs that I want to release. But I do gotta clean it up and redo it when I produce it this time around.
Would you say you're a perfectionist or not?
Uh, of my craft, yes, I would say that. Definitely of my craft, because even though I haven't been to the studio in a while, I'm always writing. I'm always finding new beats to write on.
Hmm.
So I'm always finding a new flow or anything like that. Like some of my earliest work that I have stored away in my vault in my notepad on my app. Some of my earliest work was inspired by like Jay-Z, Eminem, Lil Wayne. Jay-Z is actually one of my favorite rappers. Eminem, Wayne, and one of my favorite. They some of my favorite rappers. But as I got more involved with my music and looking at what was going on mainstream, what was going on around in the city, I kind of drifted a little more towards everything else that was going on and trying to put my music into that. Like as far as like the drill music go, the party music,
Hmm.
uh, just hitting them with the soul music and shit like that. Cause like I said, I got a few different Meek Mill beats that I done walked down on, and like it was this one beat I found on YouTube. It was something like an African inspired beat or something like that. But the way that the chorus broke down, it kind of touched my soul, and I was just going through beats, and I kind of wrote that towards the city. Just aimed at the city, the shit that's going on in the city, the politics, the killings, the murders, everything in the city. So it's just I haven't produced that yet or put it out yet because I haven't finished it. It's a little bit more I want to add to it and clean it up before I even hit the studio and put it out.
Yeah. And what separates you, do you think, from other artists? doing what you want to do?
Shit, I believe I'm the best in anything I fucking do. Honestly, like it's. I have so many songs in the vault that I haven't produced yet because of the simple fact that's how I feel. Like I'm just the best at what I do because I've been doing it for so long. I've been around music for so long. You know, this is in my blood. You know, R&B, old school, all that. Like my mother, you know, she's about to be 70 this year. You know, so that's why I say I've been around music for years since I was a kid. You know, from the blues to the jazz. You know, R&B, reggaeton, whatever it is, you know, all that. So I do like music, but that's why I say what separates me from probably anybody else is that I try to put my all into my music, my feelings, my soul, my heart, life experiences, shit I went through a lot, and that's what a lot of my music consists of, shit that I went through growing up. You know, so I never really cared what anybody had to think, but when it came to my music, I just do what I do. You know,
That's a good answer. Who
yeah.
supported you the most on your music journey?
I would say my mother and my friends. Um, my mother is probably my biggest out of everything. You know, when it comes to the music, you know, I got a lot of supporters. My lady too. You know, so
Mhm.
yeah, so it's a lot of
From all over,
yeah, it's a lot
both
of love
family,
from
friends.
yeah, it's a lot of love from all over, man. Like family, friends.
Does
My
she try
lady.
to, like your mom, does she try to make it to your concerts sometimes?
When I had them going on, but most of the time, about being real late, she didn't show up because, like I said, my mom's older. But
Hmm.
it, all the guys used to come out. All my friends used to come out and everything. Like when we used to, it's this girl I know named Raven. Her, this other girl I know named Tracy. They used to throw and promote concerts for people and everything because they used to have a little podcast going on and they was in the music industry or whatever and dealing with music and shit and Raven sing and all that. But they used to promote concerts and shit and then we used to come out and rap and like after the first show we had, me and my homie Devo had, she booked us literally every show after that. Like didn't even have to ask us if we wanted to do it. She booked us literally every show after that because we brought out the crowd. We rocked the crowd. Like we closed every show after that. Damn near opened up every show after that with just a song of ours and just just let it play through the speaker without us even having to be on stage. Like so it was that was a time actually. We even back in I think it's 2026. I'm gonna say like 2023. We opened up for like 2022 or 2023. We opened up for Lil Zay Osama back in Rock Island a couple of years ago. Yeah, and that was and after that, like literally that next day, that's kind of what made me stop rapping for a little minute too, and because I had a lot to deal with. I had some legal trouble happen literally the next day after happened.
Hmm.
So it was like I had to fall back for a little minute. And that kind of to me felt like it pushed my damn career back from music, but it is what it is. I'm still
Yeah.
here. I'm a free man. I'm alive. I don't care.
You're here back and stronger. And I
Yeah,
guess if she can't make it to all of your concerts, you just have to get your art on the radio so she doesn't have to go. She'll
for
just
sure.
hear it from
I,
anywhere.
I think what my biggest problem was I didn't have no manager. I didn't have no manager. I was doing everything on my own. I was booking my own shows, going through people I knew, paying for me to hit the stage, all that, like just to put my own music out there. I was doing everything on my own. I was promoting my own videos, paying blogs to promote my videos, everything. Like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, the whole nine. I was promoting my own shit. Like, and everybody I knew that was promoting it with me. So, like I paid for promotion posts, all that. Like, and it just shit. I think
Drained you?
what really
Hmm.
held me up not having a manager, and the person that wanted to be my manager, which is my big brother, ain't worked. So we ain't even that's a whole nother topic to discuss right there. That's a whole other shit
You
right
know,
there.
sometimes you have to work with people that are just professional, because then feelings get involved, and
But
especially
see
if it's
that,
like your friend or your family, it's
yeah, and
harder.
that's the thing. Like, it ain't never been a time where I couldn't depend on nobody when it came to my music or nothing like that. But it was like I say, the management part. I didn't have nobody to push for certain things. I didn't have nobody to push for saying, "Hey, we need you to go and get him or and put him into this and da 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 da." So
Yeah,
yeah,
get that. I'm glad that you found that. Seriously. What
that
emotion, what emotion do you think you capture best in your music?
um, what emotion I think the best thing I capture best in my music is probably my emotion, my problems, my emotion and my problems. Cause I talk a lot in my music,
Hmm.
so I do a lot with my music. That's why I say that's probably like the biggest thing. Just me being real vocal. It ain't nothing that nobody can ask me that I don't put in my music. Like, my life is an open book, and that's what my music is, an open book. I put my whole life in my music. I never, since day one, like, even little things that I talk about in my music, or little small events, I probably drop a song and elaborate on that part of that event or something in another song later on down the line. I try to piece my music together and kind of be like a story almost.
Every song carries something into the next, that kind of thing.
Kind of, sort of, except for like when it comes to like the emotional parts of the music, like, so that them Meek Mill beats, them some of them Herb beats, some of them Kodak beats, like those whole stories. Now the other ones, like when I'm just turning up on that, it is what it is. Like, most of the songs I sent y'all was like turn up and drill songs and shit like that. I ain't really send y'all no emotional,
Sentimental.
no
Uh-huh. No, you
sentimental
did have
music
a
and nothing.
sentimental one. Like I
Which
told you
one?
that with the Loverboy song
Oh, going back
that
to,
we were
oh,
talking.
that was
It was
that
it was
was
kind of sentimental,
so
like way different.
I was just in my it wasn't a lover boy song per se. It was just more so with me being wanting to do something different for music. And at the time when I wrote that, I think Rod Wave had just dropped something, and I'm like, damn, that's decent. And I ain't want to get like all into it, but I'm like, that was decent. And I'm like, what, I could kind of do something like that. And I just sat down, turned my music on, started going through beats on YouTube, rolled up, and I was like probably an hour in the beats and found that one beat, and I'm like, yeah, I need this.
Hmm.
And I just went from there. So
Yeah. It shows that you have like a lot of sides to you, a lot of faces. Do
definitely
you,
do.
no, go
Definitely
ahead.
do.
Hmm.
Nah, go ahead. Nah, I'm just saying definitely do.
Do you make music more for yourself or how people react to it?
More so for me. I really don't care about how people react to it. I mean, whatever sells gonna sell. Whoever listen to it gonna listen to it. If you don't, you don't. I really don't care. That's why I said though, when I first started off, it was more so with music for me. Then I had started gravitating towards the other shit that I was listening to, like the drill, the turn up music, party music, dance music, all that shit. So I just tried to start doing other shit, just to try to grab everybody else's attention. But it was more so for still me, because I was putting my own flavor into it and still doing and putting me into it.
Hmm. I get that. And what's a line you wrote that stuck with you after recording? Maybe in the past couple weeks, like you were writing it and you were like, "Whoa, I think I kind of
Hmm.
cooked here."
Hmm. I think probably I want to say. that you never did that verse. And the only reason why I say that, reason why I say that is because when I wrote that, we was all freestyling off the top. But I had to put my own spin into it because I knew I was gonna go last on the song. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, and I even made it my ringtone too. It's like
That's
been on road.
dedication.
Yeah, like been on road, got that shit up in my book bag. All Zah nigga, you ain't ever did that. Like, and don't get me wrong, a lot of people have done this. We know some shit we be talking about just be bullshit. But from my aspect of it, when I wrote that verse, it was more so on shit we was actually doing right then and there, like what we already had going on in our life at that time. Like, so I'm like, at that time I ain't gonna incriminate myself, but we was moving back and forth, doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
So just having fun though, like just having fun, going different places, going across state lines, having fun, just doing us, and you know, making
Just
money,
being young.
having fun, being young
Mm-hmm.
and dumb. I mean, you got to fall down a couple of times, bump your heads before you make great measurements into being better. So shit happens.
No, I get it. I actually saw a reel a couple of weeks ago of a producer who said, "Oh, he grew up in a very healthy family, so he sits in front of a piano and doesn't know what to write because he has no like trauma." Because obviously, most artists write from not healthy relationships, not healthy
Uh,
situation, from the darkness, basically. But it's something that you overgrow and learn from, right?
I
And then
mean,
you reflect it in your songs.
I mean, that is true. Don't get me wrong. It be like that for sure. But at the end of the day, though, like you need, if you gonna write music, it's got to be something going on in your life that made you want to write this song. It don't matter what it is. I'ma use Alicia Keys. You don't know my name, for example. That whole concept of that song was her trying to get the attention of another man and talk to him. Oh, I had got your number from the coffee shop, this, then the other. I serve you every day, woo, woo, woo. Like, and I only made that. I only brought that up as an example too, because I love R&B music as well. I listen to that more than anything. Like, don't get me wrong, I love hip hop and rap too, but R&B is like number one in my life. Like, seriously. But that was like she pretty much she was trying to talk to somebody. She used that one event and turned it into a song.
Hmm.
You can take one night out your life and turn it into a song. Um, it's like I got another song I wrote. I think I sent it to y'all. I might not have, but in that song, I said a couple points. I'm like, one of the lines I said, used to shit up in that bucket, on that wall behind that fence, and I made that statement in my song about some shit I went through in homelessness with my dad when we was younger. When I was younger, damn near still a kid. So you can use shit from your life or any lines from your life or event and use it and make it its own. And
Hmm.
depending on who you are, it will sell.
Hmm.
But for you to just say you ain't got no inspiration and you just sitting there behind the piano, my man's, hey, you need to figure out and
Gotta
think
find
about your
something.
life. You got to think
Yeah.
about your life.
Yeah. My music mentor, like, he went out on a coffee shop, like, hang out with his friend. He's like in his 50s, and his
Right.
friend was telling him about like an affair. And so he goes home, he writes a song, shares it with me. I'm like, there you go. There you go.
Bang,
That's
bang. There
that's
you
really
there
cool.
you go. There you have it. There
Over
you have
something
it.
little.
Yeah, people make you can make something out of nothing. Literally, something out of nothing.
Do you think your music reflects who you are today or who you're becoming?
Hmm. I think it reflects who I was.
Mm.
My music reflects who I was. It doesn't. it don't reflect who I am now because I haven't really dropped nothing recent, but a lot of my music that would come today wouldn't be reflecting who I am now. It would still probably reflect who I was. And the only reason why I say that because of the simple fact that's what I got to talk about right now. My life kind of now sort of in my past. You know, I probably don't mention school or nothing like that, but I'll mention recent events, probably people that died, shit like that, the war going on, all type of shit. You know, you can do that. Is when you write a song, it's like a personal essay that you write. You know, because you given your experience in today's current events of your life into your music. So it's like a personal essay from yourself to the world.
It's a good statement.
Huh.
Yeah. I never thought of it that way. Well,
Uh,
using the words that you said.
yeah, a lot of people might not think
Hmm.
of it that way because a lot of people don't put their lives in their songs. A lot of people uh probably talk about their homie life in their song, their girl life, their uncle life, anything like that. You know, it's a lot of shit that go on like that. Like I could even go in like with 50 Cent. He got that name from a drug dealer out of New York. That wasn't his name. He paid, he paid dues to another person from that with using the name 50 Cent. That's why I say like it ain't gotta be your life. It might be somebody else's life.
Hmm. No, but you make a really good point. I had a teacher tell me a couple weeks ago in school, she was like, you got to tell your own story first before you tell someone else's. Sometimes that
Yeah,
helps, you know?
and that's real. That's real.
Hmm.
But a lot of people don't know how to tell their own story because they don't know what started.
Hmm.
A lot of people don't know what started. That's why I say it all depends on how I feel when I listen to a song. Like that, like when I wrote "Feel It in the Air," that was nothing but pure emotion when I wrote that song. When I wrote "Feel It in the Air," I was sitting on the couch drinking, chilling. Just got off work not too long ago, and I wanted to write some music. I had my thoughts running and thinking about my days and all that shit, and thinking about prior life and shit. So yeah, that's why I say a lot of that happened because of that.
Hmm.
That's why a lot of my music happened because of me just letting my
Hmm.
thoughts run rapid and just smoking and wandering.
This one is a bit more personal, but what version of yourself do your close friends see that fans don't?
Uh, I don't really put my life out there for my fans to see, or people that listen to my music to see. Really, because I'm not that I'm not that vocal like that, I should say. I don't do all the Instagram live shit, the Facebook live shit, reels here, reels there, all that. Or you will see a clip of me here and there because I done did some shit online. Like, nah, I ain't that type of person. You feel me? So, a lot of my friends see the more emotional and personal side of me. A lot of me more in debt in depth, I would say. And the only reason why I say that because of the simple fact that I be with a lot of my homies all day, every day. Most of the time, we be out kicking it, chilling. Like right now, my little brother in the front, like, uh,
Listening in.
yeah,
Hmm.
and that's my right hand man. That's my right hand man. That's been my dog since what 10 years now. We've been knowing them since high school. So that's why I say they see more so of like the emotional side of me, the playful side of me. Like recently, I just we just buried one of my aunts a couple of months ago. One of my cousins just died not too long ago. That's why I say a lot of them see like the more so personal side of me because I don't I don't talk to people. Like when shit like that happens in life, I don't talk to nobody for real. I don't got no therapist I go see. I sit there and I might read a scripture or two out the Bible and I talk to myself. I keep a lot of shit bottled in. Like it's been 16 years now. It'll be 16 years in July since my father died, and that's some shit I still deal with every day. You know, I still think about that shit every day because no kid should went through what I went through. Like my father died from cancer. That's one insight to me too. My father died from cancer, and with my father dying from cancer, it kind of did a lot to me. It fucked with me. It fucks with my thought process because I don't want to have kids because I don't know if my son will wind up having cancer. You know, shit like that. It's hereditary. You know, just small shit. Just small shit. Like I can't get into it, but it's just a lot. It's a lot. But I would say, yeah, everybody see probably like the more personal and softer side of me. I would say the softer side of me. You
Hmm.
know. Other than
Yeah.
that, though, like I don't like to play games. Though I don't like to play games. I don't like to be played with. Like now, if it's some other shit, yeah, I might black out. Who knows? I
Hmm.
just don't. And a lot of me getting mad and shit stems from shit when I was a kid. Like you might say something to me the wrong way. I might think about some shit and I might just go off like because it's and I still try to
Brings that
deal with
back.
that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I still deal with that too. Like I'll be trying not to go off on everybody. That's
At
why,
least you're aware
yeah,
of,
cause
yeah,
that's
all
why,
of those experiences.
yeah, that's
Hmm.
why I only keep the people around me that's always around me and that's always been around me. I don't like new faces or none of that. But I am open. I am open to new people, but I know how to subtract the two rather.
And what kind of energy do you bring into a room without trying?
I bring good energy all day, every day. I'm a good hearted person. I try to keep a lot of my bullshit in my past behind me. You know, I try not to make my face be the first thing you see when I enter the room. You know, and the only reason why I say that because your facial expression tells everything about a person. You know, that's why I always try to be neutral and calm. I always try to, take everything with a grain of salt or have a thought process for everything and try to, think everything out to have a solution to it before anything happens. You know, like you could tell me somebody there that I probably don't like and I gotta walk into the studio and get this song done, but it's somebody that I don't like. I know how to different how to separate the two. You know,
Hmm.
that's why I
Hmm.
say I don't like my facial expressions talking for me, pretty much. That's why I say I like to be very neutral and calm.
Hmm. You can control your facial expression.
Yeah.
Yeah. And have you ever felt like you had to prove something to who?
Nah, I ain't never thought I had to prove nothing to nobody. I mean, never thought I had to prove nothing to nobody except for probably myself. And that's why I went back to school. That's why I had to go get more shit together. I couldn't let me saying music is gonna be my way out to prove something to myself and focus on that when I was drowning myself with a lot of shit I was doing, like trying to go to work, help out with my mom's, and produce music, pay bills and shit, have a lifestyle, and try to say, yeah, this is what I want to do. Nah, I had to fall back and figure something else out. So I was drowning myself with music at first. I was just everything just to be that person, to be say, yeah, this is the next guy coming out of Chicago. We want to sign him. Like I was trying to be that guy, but it just didn't work out in my favor how I wanted it to.
What's a moment where you almost gave up or slowed down?
The moment I think I gave up or slowed down, I was putting too much time into my music, and I was trying to promote a video, and I fell behind on a couple of bills trying to promote that video and get those views up and everything. And I had to ask my mom for help, and I ain't really like doing that. So
Hmm.
I said, yeah, I gotta slow down. I gotta do what's right for me and make sure I know what I'm doing right.
You wanted to depend on yourself, basically? Like you
Yeah.
don't like asking for help?
Nah, I don't.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
I just like depending on myself.
What do you want your future self to thank you for?
Taking my black ass back to school, cause I have something to fall back on with with the knowledge that I know now and everything and what I've been doing as far as school go. I have a career to fall back on. I have something that I know I can do in the long run. So something that I could possibly create a career with and make my $250,000, $1 million within the next probably 10, 15 years
What are you
without
learning?
without the risk of every other thing and bullshit. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
in school for being an HVAC tech. But right now, with this semester, we've been working on the boilers and everything. So I'm kind of looking into stationary engineering too. Stationary engineers make almost 250,000 a year, depending on where you're
Oh.
located at. Yeah, so that's why I say I'm trying to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if my music pop before, hey, I'll take that too. But at least I know I have something to fall back on in the long run, regardless. Whatever happens, I'll have something to fall back on.
Got a safety net, you know?
Yeah, I got a huge safety net. That's
And
a
it's
huge
like
net.
whatever you make from that job, you could always invest it into your music.
My
I don't
point is,
know if
and that
that's what you
and
want
that's
to do.
what I used, and that's what I was doing at a point. But it was like, I used to have extracurricular activities that made money too. So but when certain things happen and life hits, you gotta just fall back and slow down.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What do you refuse to become, no matter how successful you get?
an asshole, a complete asshole. And when I say that, like, I don't want to be one of those guys that be like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you." Like, no, I don't want to be one of those guys. I want all my people to still love me for me. Um, I want to be able to help my people, help my community. That's why I say I don't want to be an asshole because you got some people that get rich, don't even give back to their place of where they came from. They don't even give back to their neighborhood. Don't even give back to the streets that helped raise them or fed them. So
Mm. Yeah. I was told once, a long time ago, you don't burn the bridges that help you cross. And I was thinking about that a lot this past
no,
year.
and them
So,
facts, those facts, and everybody I done probably got into it with, friends I done lost along the way. I went back, apologized, we talked. It's all love. That's just that.
huh? You don't like to keep grudges.
Nah, I
Yeah.
don't. Keeping for what? Keeping grudges just have people wanting to hate you for life, and sometimes that hatred can turn into bullets. You never know.
If everything goes right, what will your life look like in, say, 5, 6 years?
Hopefully, if everything goes right, 5 to 6 years, I'll be away from Chicago for sure. Maybe owning my own business or restaurant or whatever. I don't know. It all depends. That's why I say I'm trying to see what's going on for this little show in April. One of my guys that I know, he rapping that and everything like that. He opening up for Benny the Butcher and uh one of the guys that's under him for BSF or whatever his label. And he told me to come check it out with him and everything. Come backstage, holler at him and everything, and get with him and his manager. So see how everything go. But like I say, if it don't make sense for me, it just don't make sense for me. That's with everything. Everything that I'm doing right now. So,
I
but
wish you the best. I know,
I
like,
appreciate that
it seems like you have a very determined spirit and you're very honest with yourself, like about your strengths, about your weaknesses. So I'm sure that'll take you far.
for sure. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. I've been um kind of looking for a manager. If there's anybody willing to work with me, because I'm willing to work at this point. I'm willing to work with pretty much anybody. You
Hmm.
know, I just want to make sure everything makes sense. That's all.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
That you go with your intuition, that that
yeah,
person is the person for you.
yeah,
Yeah, I get it. Let's
Yeah.
play a little game. This is
Okay.
called Real or Cap. So I'm going to give you a statement. And if
All
it's
right.
true to you, if you agree with it, you're going to say real. And if you think it's a lie, then you say cap.
All right. All right.
Super quick. Not much thinking.
Nah,
All
you
right.
all good.
You take money over respect.
Cap.
You'd sign a deal today if the number was right.
Real.
Being independent is better than being famous.
Real.
You think you're underrated right now.
Real.
You're closer to blowing up than people think.
Cap. I wish I was. I wish it was.
You'll
I
get there.
wish it
You'll
was a
get there.
couple of years ago.
You trust people easily.
Real. And that's one of my biggest fucking flaws.
You overthink more than people realize.
Real.
You move smarter than your peers.
That. Uh. I don't know, cause I got some homies that's way smarter than me and move way smarter than me and everything like that. So I would say, I'm gonna go real. I'm gonna go real. I'm gonna go real
But
on that, cause that's like a toss in there right now.
you care what people think. I know the answer to this.
Cap.
You made a song you knew was a hit instantly.
I did. I actually did. I just didn't have the fucking promotion behind it. That's real. I just didn't have the fucking promotion behind
Promote it
it.
now. What's stopping you?
Um, I don't have the management team. I don't have a PR team or nothing like that. I've been doing everything on my own with that. That's one of the reasons why I say I got to get my distro kid back up and running too, so I can get the song out there, get a couple of songs out there that I know gonna turn the summer up. And I just feel like in Chicago, if you got the song of the summer in Chicago, or you got a couple songs that's gonna turn the summer up, you damn the way you need to be, for real. You know, like Mellow Bucks got that move. Lil Mo, she got on top of cars, all that shit. Like if you got that summer song, you damn near did it in Chicago.
100%. Got it. You've made a song that you didn't fully believe in, but you still released it.
Real,
You'd switch your style if it guaranteed success.
real,
You've outgrown people around you.
real.
Loyalty matters more than talent.
Say that again.
Loyalty matters more than talent.
When you say loyalty matters more than talent, what are you referring to exactly?
Like
So like in
with
what instance?
like with creative collaborators, being loyal to someone, picking someone to work with because they're loyal versus just picking to work with them because they're talented. Like say you're
Yeah,
making
I'm,
music with your friend over years and years and years,
I'm
then you
gonna go
have
with
this
real.
new artist, right? Who would you work with?
I'm gonna go with real. And I ain't gonna lie. Like I say, I'm open to work with anyone, honestly. But like I say, with that, like I said, I got a homie right now. We've been making music for years, like together. Like most of my music is with him, with my homie Devo. And when I say me and bro got a real good connection in the studio, writing off the top of the dome, like piggybacking ideas off of each other when it comes to the music. That it's always been like that. And since that song I did with my cousins, me and them got like that too. So I would say with that, I'm gonna go loyalty
Mm-hmm.
over talent for sure.
Oh, it's a good answer. I only have two questions left with the time we have left. I know you're
Okay.
busy, got a
All
hundred
right.
things
Sounds good.
probably going on,
Hell
but
no,
I
I'm finna go back in here and finish this schoolwork. That's about it.
okay. Well, still, that might take a couple hours. Who
For
knows?
sure.
When was the last time you felt shit? Oh, okay, let me try that again. When
Okay.
was the last time you felt genuinely proud of yourself?
Uh, Last year in June. I ain't gonna say this is embarrassing to say, but kind of for me, almost a little bit, but not really. It's still an accomplishment. I went back and got my GED.
That's not
Um,
embarrassing.
yeah, no, it's not embarrassing. I just feel like sometimes it's embarrassing for me to say to certain people, especially people that know me, because I've been doing a lot of shit since I was in high school and had my hands on a lot of shit. Like one of the main reasons that I had to drop out of school was because of living conditions and for when I was in high school. So that was
Hmm.
one of the main reasons, and I had to go work and make some money and figure some shit out. And yeah, that's what led me back to last year. I wound up finding a job about 2.5 years ago. Management team cool as hell, but I wound up being able to go back to school, and that's why the reason I'm still in school right now, because of them. And working and taking care of moms and going to school and still being able to pay my bills. That was a lot. But biggest thing I would say I am genuinely proud of myself is going back to school and finishing and trying to make something better of myself. Really a long time in the making
Hmm.
from everything that happened in life. But yeah, we here.
No, it's
So
huge. It's huge, and everyone has their own clock. You don't
I
have
know for
to
sure, for sure.
go
It's
with someone else's.
definitely better late than never. I would tell
Hmm.
anybody that better late than never. And that was one of the main things that made me go back was the better late than never statement from one of my homies. One of my older homies, rather, one of my one of the older guys. We was
Hmm.
talking about some shit and made me realize something. And I'm like, yeah, time is of the essence. I ain't got no better time than now. So why not?
Exactly. And
Yeah.
what does ambitious mean to you?
To me, ambition means giving it your all, believing in yourself, and doing whatever it takes to get to where you want to be at. Once you put your time and your money and your ideas into something you believe in and where you want to go and where you want to be, you got to put the footwork in to get there. That's what ambition is all about. That's what having ambition is all about. Overcoming your obstacles. Anything that's thrown in your way, overcoming everything. That's what your ambition is all about. And a lot of people don't got ambition. I lost my ambition for music a long time ago, but it took a lot for me to get back into writing music and want to even go back to the studio. So um, music is still my life. Music will always be my life. I got a couple songs before we end this. I got a couple songs that reason why I say music is my life and what it means to me. Ever since Meek Mill dropped Dream Chasers mixtape, it is two songs I listen to every day I wake up. That's Won't Stop and Get This Money. And he say on Get This Money, he say, when I wake up, the first thing on my mind is get my cake up. Staying out the way, I gotta what like so it's like a motivational song to me. More so of wanting to get up, get off my ass, and get to it. Whatever it is, whatever I'm doing, school, work, music, whatever it may be.
Like your shot of espresso in the morning, kind of
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
yeah. And then the other two songs that I listen to every day is "Summertime Madness" by Kool and the Gang. That's one of my favorite songs. It just opened my mind up to things. Whatever I'm going through, whatever I'm feeling at the time, I just listen to that. Even if it's the extended version, I listen to it and I try to clear my mind with a lot of shit, and I just let my mind wander and go free. And then I also listen to "Optimistic" by Souls of Blackness. Been doing that song since I was a kid. My mom put me on that, but it's one of my go-to songs too. That's like my uplifting song. Like get out your feelings. You gotta make sure you here. Make sure you successful. Be everything you can be. That's what that song reminds me of.
Mhm.
So but yeah, them are my couple songs.
Yeah.
That's my everyday soundtrack. And oh yeah, last song I listened to too. I think it's because my favorite movie might be Belly, but D'Angelo, Devil's Pie. I listen to Devil's Pie by D'Angelo every day. That's
I have
another
to
one.
listen to this. I'm gonna listen to it after
Yeah, yeah. Devil's Pie by
D'Angelo,
D'Angelo.
Devil's Path. Hmm.
Yeah, Devil's Pie by
Awesome.
D'Angelo.
thanks for the suggestion. I just want to say thank you for being so transparent during
No,
these questions, and you keep going.
I
So,
appreciate that. I appreciate that. If you know anybody who's looking for an artist, let me know.
once this interview goes out, like on YouTube, on their, shorts, on Ambitious Shorts site, yeah, whoever listens, please, if you know managers, hit up Faso.
Any
Please follow
managers
him.
out there, any artists that want to do any features, anything, I'm about to open my Disco Kid back up and get it going. Got
Hmm.
music already out. About to drop a lot of unreleased for the summer and just call it one. Fuck it.
Don't forget to follow him once again at
Definitely.
Faso
Yep.
underscore gang 5 on
Y'all can
Instagram.
definitely follow me. Y'all can definitely follow me. Faso underscore gang 5. I do
Mhm.
be outside. Y'all could catch me, even though I'll be out and about, but y'all can follow me right here. We got more updates. I got more updates for everything. And also, we got a promotion team by the name of Four Dirty Aces, and we are promoting club. We have a club out at, it's in Fort Heights. It's called Misto Sports Bar. If y'all ever want to come out, come party or whatever. We got nice price and parking, everything like that. Y'all can hit me on here. I'm gonna upload the flyer again. Y'all can hit my brother and them and everything and come party with us. We taking reservations for everything. Y'all can rent it out for whatever y'all doing. Proms, graduation, after party, whatever y'all want to do. Even if it's a bar mitzvah, we could do it all.
You're hustling, man.
Man,
That's
for
cool.
sure. I'm trying to get back to it.
Yeah.
Trying
Thanks
to
for
get
your
back to
time,
it. No
truly.
problem.
And
I appreciate you.
yeah, just share the reels that are going to be posted about this.
For
And I
sure.
wish you
Always.
best of
Always.
luck on your music journey.
Always.
Seriously.
I appreciate y'all.
All right. Thank
All
you,
right.
listeners, whoever stopped in for a sec. And thank you once
All
again for taking
love.
some time. All right.
Love.
I'll see you around.
All right.
Bye.